Hello everybody, TheCriminalViolin here. I just wanted to let you all know something. I've kind of spoiled myself when I went and did those collaborations with Among Us and with Phasmophobia, because when I did those, oh, and GTA 5 of course, when I did those, obviously I enjoyed it so fucking much. I love being able to collab with other people. There's an inherent issue with that, though, because that basically equals me spoiling myself. Well, at least, I guess more spoiling my brain. Because I've found it so fucking difficult to find the motivation to record, to live stream. I don't even know what the fuck to record. I don't know what the fuck to live stream if I'm doing it by myself. It took me so long, almost an entire year, after I had taken that last unintentional hiatus from collaborating, to get to a point where I could get motivated and enjoy live streaming and recording again by myself. Then this happened, almost 4 years later, and I'm back to square one again, where it's like I have the hardest freaking time being able to figure out every time I record, there's a fucking siren. Jesus Christ. Fire engine, everybody. Probably coming to our complex as usual. Anyway, I get spoiled by that, and then I lose motivation. So right now, even I was going to record stuff. I don't know what the hell to record. Everything I think of is like, because I don't know what to record. I'm so fucking confused, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know how to feel about it, or what the heck to think, or what the heck to record, because I just am super confused. Like, because I want to collab, but I know I, should enjoy, and I do enjoy sometimes, recording stuff by myself. I just don't know what the heck to record by myself anymore. And I always enjoy myself even more when I am recording, almost always. But right now, it's that pushing myself to record something anyway, and not really knowing if I'm really truly inspired or motivated to do it, and if I'm really going to have fun and enjoy it, and thus if I'm going to have to scrap it or not. I'm at a really shitty juncture, paradoxic, I guess is the word, point, with all that, because I don't know what to record or stream. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's like, it's very akin to with Minecraft, because once I start playing with even a single mod, I immediately lose all interest in playing Minecraft vanilla. I just don't have the motivation or care, and I try to do it, and I'll be motivated for a little bit, and it'll last me like 30 minutes, and then I'm bored again. Whereas if I have, obviously, mods, now that's all I want to play with is with mods, because it's so much more fun for some reason. It's like, it kicks on those biochemical stations inside of my brain, and then my brain all it wants is more of that. And so it's so fucking difficult to be able to find a balance, I guess, for myself, and being able to do some of both. I do know I have consistent, if I ever want to, I can just go record nothing but Among Us with people, and I'll always have a consistent recording group. I don't know if it'll always be the same people, but it'll always be a consistent recording group because of a Discord server that I got invited to, which was actually what I was playing in that was the last set of Among Us videos, actually. And so I might record more Among Us today. But I really want to do is record Phasmophobia. There's, that I know of, I don't know of any servers or anything like that in Discord where I can consistently find people that would be fun to play Phasmophobia with. Especially considering the one server that I am able to play Phasmophobia with people, it's very inconsistent because the main group that plays Phasmophobia there are all East Coast or in Britain. And so because of that, since I'm on the Pacific Coast, there's a big time difference, and it's big enough that they usually play, for me, what is 6 in the morning. It's not going to happen, man. Plus, I'm living in an apartment complex. The walls are thin, ceilings and everything are super fucking thin. It's a cheap-ass apartment complex. This place was built like a matchbox, classic American style. Just rush built as cheaply as possible. Because of that, obviously, noise really travels if you experience these guys up here, or even people talking outside the door or whatever. And the traffic, obviously, like it's very obviously a shitty place in terms of quality. That is, like, it does its job fine in terms of a place, roof over your head and all that, obviously. So it's fine in that regard, but it's still otherwise noise-wise shitty. And of course, you have the ordinances of apartment complexes, which is of course 10 p.m. is cutoff time, and the 10 a.m. is also when you can, again, go full AM again. So yeah, 6 a.m. doesn't work in that regard either. Plus, I'm somebody who doesn't have a sleep schedule. So like whenever I go to bed is when I go to bed, and whenever I wake up is when I wake up. So it doesn't really work well, including trying to record when I first wake up, unless I'm like really truly awake and I'm like really energized and happy at that moment. Then I can record at those points, but usually it's why I don't, because it just doesn't work that way. I have to, I take like an hour on average to wake up fully, and then another hour to get energized. It's kind of a slow, my entire body kind of like, okay, fine, I'm up, expand. But yeah, anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. And that's why content has been incredibly sparse, alongside of actually just a bunch of shit with my sisters kind of emotionally going off the edge, and then my eldest brother Nathan was on the brink of dying. He was literally actually almost died like twice in the hospital like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and he's been just like all over the place since because of all of that. And then my mom is the one who's basically acts like a de facto caretaker for my eldest brother, and then she's stressing about not having a job because of COVID and everything, and it's recertification for the apartment, so it's kind of weird around here for me to be able to, and for me just mentally, I guess, in a way, to be able to focus well enough and actually be able to do it. And plus, again, since my mom's out of work and she's my roommate, guess what that means? Yep. I gotta try to figure out when I can record and when I can't. When I can record and whenever I can live stream. That's the word I'm looking for. With content, because when she's here, I still have that struggle bus of trying to get myself to be willing to still live stream and record. Because again, noise carries in this place and it kind of echoes, and though it's the sounds of life, and that's just how it works in an apartment complex, right? Especially when you're living with somebody. Like, you're gonna have that noise, you're gonna hear that other person. I don't like the idea of having it intrude on the quality or the video or anything like that, and be potential distraction for everybody and lowering the quality, and that's the interest that people have in it. Like, it doesn't feel quality enough in my mind to be able to output. And that might just be me more than anybody else. I mean, you guys might not mind that so much, but it's just kind of tough and rough for me. And so I find it a little frustrating because I know I shouldn't let it get in my way, but I do all the time. And I don't know if I should just say fuck it and do it anyway or what. So that's why on these days when she's not here and she's therefore in this case taking care of my brother, I usually, if I'm motivated and I know what to do, I'll use it as a live stream day or as a recording day. I guess it's sort of like a content/channel update for you guys, so you guys are well aware of why I've suddenly gotten even more inconsistent again. And also, it's weird feeling for me to know I could live stream, and normally I would probably do that, but then anytime I'm like, I'm probably gonna live stream today, I'm like, no, I shouldn't, because I don't have a backlog of recordings. I'd rather have a backlog of recordings and be able to live stream and interchange the two between an upload and a live stream, upload, live stream, whatever, whenever I feel like I didn't want to and motivated to. Since I don't have a backlog, I don't have anything to output as a video right now, at least not in terms of the typical content that you guys would expect. I still have that podcast that I recorded that I still haven't edited, that I'm on the fence even about putting out. Like, I knew that would happen because of how, I guess, emphatic and like just the topic. Like, I probably, it touches on things that are kind of, what I find personally important, and that is way too commonplace nowadays, that I would love for other people to hear, maybe even getting some more perspective on it. But it still is something that I'm on the fence about putting out, because I'd rather not be a typical person where they're like putting out, whether it's political commentary or social commentary or whatever else, because it's always, it just feels wrong, or not wrong, but it feels negative to me. It feels bad. Like, it makes me feel bad when I do it because of how, I guess, invested I am in it and how much I don't like what I'm feeling, because I'm a very emotionally intense person. So I really feel what I feel to such a deep extent that it's like super intense for me. And so that's also why I'm very melodramatically emphatic. It's just the kind of person I am. Plus, I'm a naturally loud voiced person. So, yeah, where it gets raised because of emphasis and dramatic emphasis on top of it. Jesus. So it's like, I guess I just don't want to seem like a typical kind of podcaster, like commentator, where I'm talking about the cliche things and going on rants and stuff like that, because I'm also what I like to sometimes call a ranteer, because I rant. And when I rant a lot. Like, it just goes, and it's a rambling. I'm a rambler as well, so I'm a rambling ranteer, or rambling ranter. I rant and ramble simultaneously. And so that's kind of the way those things work. And I know that there is quite a few people that actually really do enjoy listening to me when I do those things. They love listening to this podcast because they love that. And so they probably like this one even more because it's the first time I've ever done a Chatterbox podcast, which is the name of my podcast, with this, with a face cam. And so as well, not even a face cam, I think I literally recorded it as this, where it's straight up just me, you, the camera, that's it. Like, I didn't have the typical logo and was the entire thing for you literally to listen to it, since it's a podcast. I figured might as well do the camera thing, right? Since I've been doing that lately anyway, might as well. Plus, I knew that some of these people would probably really enjoy it even more and get more engaged with it because of the fact they'd probably think it's pretty freaking funny. It's obviously police. Northbound! So not towards Aloha, towards Tennisborn. Neat. I mean, that really threw me off track. And I have attention deficit. There's a third one coming, of course. They always go, America, in a nutshell, when it comes into police response. They always go way over the top with their response. Hey, that was a guy with a Caprice. Ah, the incompetent idiot. It's going somewhere. Whoops. It's going, of course, like half the speed limit out there, too. There's nobody around him or in front of him. Neat. So that's basically what I wanted to convey and say. I know I probably broke myself off there, and that's okay. It doesn't matter that much, but yeah. So I guess maybe I'll just work on editing that. I think I have like one or two other skits maybe as well that I recorded. I think that I could edit as well. That are, of course, in the same format as that of the last two, which, of course, is the how to be a SJW, a PC SJW in 2020, and then how to be a progressive liberal in 2020. I could edit those too, because I haven't done those either. So I could just edit those and then start outputting those, and that would give me a little more time to be able to then actually record more of the typical content I would want to and be more motivated for it. It would also give me more time to be able to actually spend time to actually try to find a collaboration group and actually collaborate again. I just enjoy collaborating so fucking much, man. It's absurd how much I enjoy it. It literally trips out, I don't know what the heck the specific biochemical is, but it trips out some biochemical, something massive, something wicked. So, this went on like twice as long as I meant for it to. So anyway, because of that, yeah, I'm actually gonna end this here. So you hopefully got the gist, hopefully you got the picture, learned something today and all that stuff. And thank you for bearing with me as well, including in this like jumbled mix of different types of content. Like OpenTTD isn't something I normally would play, but I enjoy it a lot, and I've been playing it a lot lately, so why not, right? And then on top of that, producing, again, these skits in this format, and it being technically kind of a political shot, right? And a socio-political shot at people, in people groups, and then modern America, I guess. And then, you know, this podcast, of course, that's going to come out, and even the basketball videos I did in 2K, you know, it's just like very different stuff. And even the Google one, which is, I probably, that's one of the first things I'll record next by myself, because they are really funny. I really enjoy those. So, but, yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. That's basically it. That's basically why I've gotten sparse and inconsistent again with content, because I'm an idiot, and also my brain gets very easily scrambled, and it doesn't know what it fucking wants, and therefore I have the problem of having to deal with that and use it while it's going, I don't know what I want, and then yeah, it's great. You should try it sometime. Anyway, So yeah, sorry about that. But obviously, as usual, eventually I'll get back on track anyway. So the more you know. But I just wanted to give you guys that heads up and let you know what's going on. So stay safe, stay fluffy, have a great day, night, wherever you are. Don't forget to check out and support me on Patreon. Yeah. And I'll see you all later. Bye.